Lisa Guthrie, and I'm at 107 Avenue North, Seattle, Washington, 98133. I was actually, just sort of fiddling around in here and mixing up peanut butter. Actually, it's natural peanut butter. You have to sort of mix it around. I use that for protein. I have fibromyalgia. Fibromyalgics, I think they have more protein and more vitamins in some ways. And I know that if you have diabetes, you also can crave more protein, or if you lowered blood sugar. Anyway, hypoglycemia. So anyway, if you have those, then I think you should always, of course, consult your doctor. But I was being threatened, and I was overhearing a thick-voiced moron, he's an alcoholic or a drug addict or both, and he was threatening me with rape and prostitution, and so were some of the other bums, and they were threatening to hit me in the hall and overcome me, leave, which right now, if you look, this is the relationship with the bums. There is none. I've got camping equipment here, by the way. You probably see some of that. I don't cook here anymore due to the fact that the kitchen is toxic. There's toxic water. The Seattle Police Department is involved. If you haven't seen other broadcasts, I basically of gang for 13 years, satanic gang people, and I believe people fell with Satan 13 years ago, and I don't have any faith in anyone. And I think the only reason or only way any would be if somebody came from another state. So if you hear any of the threats, be well to just contact the ATF in another state or FBI in another state, and otherwise I don't think anything will get done. There's been a conspiracy against me where people gang raped me with the 13 years tri-court, and white male, by the way, but with Hispanic Nazis, and then there was a big witch hunt for 13 years, and everything has been dumped in my water and food that you can't even imagine. So this pile on the desk, I have to actually carry that with me. I lock up some of my camping equipment because that people would pop out of my closet. I'm gotten to the point I don't even want to keep a bread knife here. Someone might just pop out with it, which is one of the threats. So anyway, I'm here today. I just didn't see a reason for errands. It's sort of the same going out as it is in. Yesterday, threats on the bus, threats at Elizabeth Gregory before going down, including Elizabeth Gregory, Sandra Katowitz, and another female. Rose, by the way, I haven't described her. She's sort of an obese person. She's sort of a type that gets there if you're talking about, being busy. But she's also very crazy. She has a terrible temper. She is a blood, I believe. Right now, her hair is brownish blonde, curly, wavy. She's actually so insane. Interesting to note, she's just done something with her insane husband's, he actually has had an aneurysm, and he's kind of a loser anyway. He's one of those guys that would get her in trouble and she'd have to bail him out. He's a hard worker, but he would drive without a license and they get their van impounded. She'd fight with the city. So she's a dregs type person. She's involved with meth heads. She allegedly used to work for the city. But anyway, these people are the dregs, and Sandra Katowitz, DNA, the drug addicts, the alcoholics, they're promoted as good ones in the U.S. And Rose is very tall, about 5'11". She has guns been removed from her, according to words, where she actually, even when the cops shot off about me, and she stated that something to the effect that I have a temper and I wouldn't have. I'm not going to repeat what she said, but she knows I have a temper. Happening in America, such as the dirty report, and then Officer Bobby for running gay. And if you're hearing voices, yes, there are bums And there are also people that are hanging out in an allegedly empty janitor's room. Then on the possibly space where some horror bombs were hanging be here is actually the prostitutes, and he commits crimes, includes why they're targeting me. I'll just lay the phone down and whoever's broadcast it. So the broadcast won't be very exciting, and I'll try to remember that a broadcast is on. Pardos should be the psychotic policeman, and of course remember and someone else is talking about human slavery is playing indentured. So the psychotic gang members will portray that something is legal if a policeman says to do it. So let's say Officer Bobby tells them they need to spray, and so then you have bums will pretend police to crush on Officer Bobby. Fake police come here that have no jurisdiction. Officer has no jurisdiction. Their retarded sons come here, such as Officer Bobby. There's also a psychiatrist that hangs out in, I'm not kidding, to smoke crack, including in the empty janitor's room. You can go in Aurora Avenue North. He's a fact. He's Officer Bobby fact. So the authority you have, gay love, is that you're his gay love